Okay, so good evening everybody and once again welcome back in today's class. Today we are on the day number 2 of our 12th batch of ServiceNow Techno-Functional training. So yesterday what we learned is basically what we get to know about the cloud computing. What is cloud computing, models, deployment model, SaaS, PaaS, IaaS, we see, and then we see that it's a hybrid, private and public clouds are there. And also yesterday we started the discussion on the service value and the co-creation. Today we are going to be discuss a little bit more, not little bit, we are going to be complete this topic of the ITIL as well. Okay. Before I go and share something on the internet part, let me share my standard slides, which I always using from the last 2 years, I can say, or 3 years more than that. Okay. This particular slide has a 4 concepts: service, service management, IT service management, and ITIL library. So what service says, it is a means of enabling value co-creation by facilitating the output which customer want to be achieved, right? This is what the purpose of the service, the meaning of the service, which we discussed yesterday as well. Okay, so I'm not going in the depth now. In a layman language, that we are not bothered that how the other person is providing the service to us. We are just giving them a specific cost, and he need to bear everything, every risk he need to bear. We are here just to consume those services. This is what the service mean here. Now, if I add the word management, the things completely get changed. I said he's people manager. It is people management. As soon as the word management go in the mind, we are start thinking, oh, something need to be managed. This is what the management word says here. And practically, if I say this manage word is actually playing a very vital role. What the purpose or what the meaning when I add the management with the service? It says it is a set of specialized organization capabilities. An important point we have to be understand here: specialized organizational. There are a lot of other trainers, but you reach out to me that Atul, we want to be get training from you. The reason can be you find that is I'm specialized in some specific area. Specific areas is the wrong word. I can say that this is a capability which I have. Okay, like if I say, okay, I want to be start a business and I want to be set up the payroll. Everybody say follow the SAP. Take the SAP tool. Why? Because people know that they are specialized in that area. Let's say Arus is planning to go for a restaurant. He's pure veg and he's planning to go for a dinner. He asked his friends, guys, suggest me a good restaurant. It's a special event for me. I want to go there. Everybody suggests only one. Go to that particular restaurant because they are specialized in the vegetarian food. This is what the meaning here. Capabilities for providing the value to the customer. Now the word capability is also increasing in our industry. Now, let's say Arus is working in a company or Jyoti is working in a company, Hima is working in a company. In their company, they have a specific capabilities that this is ServiceNow capability, this is Salesforce capability, this is Remedy capability, this is Java capability, this is .NET capability. What this mean? That if as a company I get a project, I have these people who can work on that project. This is what the capability says. Like if I say, what is the capability of Arus? Arus is a good RFP responder. He can respond on the RFP. Arus is a good business analyst. It is his capability to answer the customer's question very in an articulated manner in that format for providing value to the customer in the form of the service. Now let's see. Customer says, Atul, can you work for me? I said, okay. They did not hire me. They hired my services actually, but they're paying for the same. If I'm able to help them, they're getting the value. by my services. I'm giving my skills, I'm giving my time, I'm giving my thoughts, and they're doing that part. This is what the service management. The important point is that it has the organized, specialized, organized organizational capability. This is the important point to be seen here. Now, what is ITSM? Now I'm adding the word IT with the SM. IT, everybody know it's a service management. In the service management, there's a life cycle. हर चीज का start और अंत होता है. There's a starting and there's an ending for everything. This is what we call as a life cycle. Okay, so in the IT industry, starting from designing, ending till the retirement and support, we have to follow a life cycle. Now let's say in a marriage, it's a life cycle. It starts from making the ceremony, ring ceremony, and it's end when the girl go to the other house and settle there. This is what the life cycle. You cannot pick up any step in between. No. Let's do the reception first, then we'll go for the ring ceremony. No, this cannot be the possible way. And to do these processes, we need or we have some activities on the place, like ring ceremony is the one activity, mehndi is another activity, reception is another activity, the date, the main function is another activity, right? So what this says, when in the ITSM basically refer to all the activities which involve starting from designing, creating, delivering, supporting, and managing the life cycle. Like if I take example, if Arus is working in a project that is from the scratch, Atul, we are doing the designing part. And I'm in a project where we are working on the support. Atul, we are getting the incidents only. This is what the ITSM says. All the activities which is part of this particular thing is called the ITSM. And at the last, what is ITIL? Information Technology Infrastructure Library. Why library? Because in the beginning, when this concept come into the picture, they have a books. They follow the books. Total 37 books was there in the initial. Now only 5 books, but it is part of ITL V3, and we are going to be discuss ITL 4. Now onwards, if someone says, hey, I am ITL V4 certified, say you are not certified, because ITL 4 has no word like no alphabet like V. It's ITL 4, not ITL V4. Okay, if you know these things, then it means you know the ITIL, and what it's saying that it is a set of best practice you want to follow. If you follow, you will definitely getting a benefit. You can modify it as per your need if you want, but it is a standard, or I can say these are the best practices which has been made or the build or the framed by the lot of experienced guy with the different organizations, different domains, and they bring it in a one place and using or populating it in the industry. This is what the ITL says here. Now we'll go to the ITL V4. This is sorry, ITL 4, not V4, ITL 4. Okay, I'm just following the Wikipedia link. It's good for me, easy, because we're not going in much of the depth, just to be getting the overview. ITIL 4 has been introduced in 2019, if I'm not wrong, yes, somewhere 2019. 2019 it has been launched. Okay, before that we have the ITIL V3. So ITIL V3 approximately stay in his life period of the 10 or 11 years. By 2011, I know that it has been started. By 2023 or 2019 it was there. So 8 to 9 years it was be there. But ITIL 4 concepts are almost same, but language has been changed. The meanings has been changed a little bit more here. Okay, so what ITIL 4 says, what is the main purpose that they bring the ITIL 4? It says ITIL 4 framework is up to date, introducing a holistic approach to the service management and focusing on the end-to-end service management from the demand to value. It is very important. They focus that what is the demand and they deliver the value. When I started these sessions, I see if you see, I am calling this as a techno-functional because I'm not giving you a lot of technical part. It's a functional part plus a little bit technical part I'm giving. I'm adding this in these batches, right? So I found that there's a lot of people who are very good in technical. They can do anything in the technical stuff. But there are people like me as well who don't have knowledge of the technical, who had no interest in the technical part as well. Then what to do? I do little research on that part and I see there's a demand to someone to come into the picture and say that yes, it is a techno-functional training as well. And once I started my first batch, I got a very good response. It's become a value to everybody. 1 to 2nd to 3rd to 4th and 5th, and now I'm on my 12th batch as well. This is what the end-to-end service management from demand to value. In every batch, I try to be improved. Something addition, some deletion, some correction, some updates. I added scripting as well. I added workflows, I added advanced topics as well, because I know it is a demand to value have to be delivered. Everybody need Atul, I need a lot of things to be learned. I can give few, maybe the advanced topic little bit in a simple manner. But I'm able to deliver that. This is what the purpose of the ITIL 4. It has two key components, 4-dimension model and SVC. Sorry, SVS. The model says, and again, don't compare ITIL V3 with the ITIL 4. You will get confused. Now it is the time period that everybody is looking for the ITIL 4. Nobody is asking for ITIL 3, V3. Okay. So in this 4-dimension model, what they say that let's divide the approach in the 4 sections. One, which cover the organization and the people. That let's bring something for the company and their people. Okay. Let's bring something for the IT. Let's bring something for the partner and their suppliers. And let's bring something for the value stream and the processes. These 3 looks easy to be seen. Organization people, something for the people and the company, something for the information technology, something from the partner. But what is value stream and the processes? Let's discuss this part a little bit. Depth. Come here. Okay. These are just 4 dimensions, but they didn't mention anything here. This is in this particular part, what they say is they introduce this value stream and processes. Value stream is a new concept which has been introduced, which say that let's say in my organization, if I am supporting a customer, what are the other departments I can say? Departments is not the right word, but need to understand this part. I'm putting the word department. What are the other departments or what are the other services line who are going to be use my process, who are going to be my stakeholder? These are called the value streams in ITIL 4. As of now, in my experience, I work only with one customer who are using this term, that it is a value stream. Otherwise, everybody say it's a change team, it's a request team, it's a my send team. Nothing else they say basically. So value stream basically is kind of, I can say, department or a business line or the business group who are going to be consume your services or going to be take the services or going to be enhance their services from you. Okay, and processes means how you are going to provide that service to them. Okay, even though in the ITIL 4, the word process has been replaced by the word practice. In ITIL V3, we have a processes, change management process, incident management process, request management, knowledge management. Now, in ITIL 4, these are called the practices. Change enablement as a practice, request management as a practice. Okay, so this is what the concept they have added. Now to support this, they have a service value system. Let me show you this in a graphical format. This is what the service value system here. Okay. What this mean? Let me open this as well. This is good one. Okay. What this mean? That I want to go from here to here. But to move from here to here, I need few principles, governance, and SVC. अतुल अब ये नया क्या concept आया है? Will we discuss some practices and some improvements. Let me open the SVC in this format. Service value. Service value chain, basically we say. So what this means specifically, I'm here. I am running this batch. Okay. I know if I want to run this batch, I must follow some principles. That guys, everybody need to be attend the class on time. If you miss the class, you have to be take the responsibility. No unnecessary good morning, good evening messages on the WhatsApp group, on the Skype group. This is what the guiding principles has been given. That if you're building, if you're working, or if you're making your services, please follow some guiding principles. Like walk on your side on the road. This is what principle. Whenever you're driving the car or the bike, always have a seat belt or the helmet. This is what guiding principles. But now if people are not following the principle, what we have to do? We have to build on the governance. Maybe let's say Arus put some message on the WhatsApp group, which is not relevant to the group. 1 warning, 2 warning, 3 warning, kick out. This is what the governance. The police team who are on the major areas, what they do? Oh, someone is driving without seat belt. Come and pay the fine. This is what the governance says here. Because if you follow this, then I can achieve the value. Let's say if we are not starting this class on time every day, it means we're not able to achieve the value on the time. Now, if I follow these two things, but I have to put some practices. Practice is a word which says that a set of specialized people who are working for a common goal. We will discuss this in a depth in the other screen on this particular part. And continual improvement. Every day and every batch, I am going to be improve the things. Because at last, I want my participant should be get a value. As much as value they want to get, they can get it from me. This is what SVS says. Service value system says here. And what is SVC? Service value chain. Let me open this thing here. This one, same thing what they have. This one. Okay. What this says that when you demand, these 6 steps should be run in a box. If you're on the demand number 1, then also start engaging the people. Have a plan, have improve. In the planning, please engage the people. In the improvement, please engage the people. When you're engaging, please do when you're doing planning, please make sure you have a right design, you have a right build, and you have delivered the right part. In case anything is not working here, then please improve. This is what the Agile says nowadays. You cannot build, or you should not build you should not take all the requirement in a one go. Agile says take a requirement, break into the pieces, and do and deliver in the 10 days interval. This is what the sprint says. This is what the SVS says here. Because purpose is the value you are getting from value, you are again getting a demand as well. If I deliver my batches in a good format, then definitely I'm getting a good students the next time as well. So this is what the demand. When I have a demand, I need to be engaged. But when I'm engaging, I have to plan accordingly and improve from my previous learnings. And then when you're doing either transition, either build, either deliver, you make sure you have plan and you should be improving this part. And at the last, you're delivering the product or service. When you deliver the product or service, it becomes a value. And then from value, come back and improve. Improve, plan these things, improve, plan, so that the cycle will be running continuously. This is what the SVS meaning here, sorry, SVC meaning here. Clear? Or any doubt? Jyoti, Hima, Harus?
Nothing other.
Okay, good. Good. Now let's come to this particular part. When we say practice, practice means a set of organizational resources, not capability. Resources means you and me, human beings. Resources designed for performing work or accomplish an objective. Like I am running ServiceNow practice in my organization. I'm a resource, right? But when these resources form a group, it becomes a capability. So if I'm saying that I'm running the ServiceNow ServiceNow practice in my company, it means I have a number of resources who are working in the same domain. And our purpose is that if my company get any project of ServiceNow, we should be able to deliver in the required time frames. This is what the practice mean here. Now in the ITIL 4, ServiceNow divided the practice in the 34 types. Types nahi bolunga, but majorly 34 practices they have, which has been divided in the 3 sections: general management, service management, technical management. Means something which is applicable for everybody. Something which is specific for the service management only, and something which is completely for the technical management. Now, if let's say we want to be open a restaurant, we all 4 people want to be open a restaurant together, then there are some general practices for us. Like we should have a strategy. We should have a portfolio. We have a complete architecture. We have a financials management as well. We have a workforce and talent as well. We have a risk management as well. We have a security as well. We have a supplier as well. Either you open a restaurant, either we open as a wedding planner, either we open as a tourist guide, either we open any kind of business. These practices are must. These are must. You see any business, you see any activity. These are must. Like if either you want to make a cup of coffee, tea, you want to have a milk, or you want to cook anything, switch on the gas is must. That is journal 1. If you want to heat up something, you want to boil something, you have to be put on the gas and you should switch on the gas. This is what the journal practice says. This is one part. Second is the service management. And I'm happy that now ITIL 4 has added business analysis also a practice. So I am a business analyst. So I'm in this particular practice. Okay, it says when the services you're providing to your customer, to provide the services, you must have or you should follow these practices. You should have a BA in your team, or you should have a BA practice in your team. You should have a service catalog, service design, SLA, availability, incident, request, problem, change, IT asset, configuration management. These are the service management. Why? Because these are required to provide the services to your customers. That is, it is coming in the service management. Maybe for the restaurant, this is applicable only, not this one or other one. Possible, because as per the nature of the business, It is not required that it is not must that every practice will be required. Maybe one required, maybe one not required. It is depend on the nature of the business. But these are the coming in the service management only. Now, technical. Technical says which is required on the infra part specifically. Okay, infra means either you're going to be deploy something, then you need this practice. Platform management, upgrades, patches, and at last, software development management, SDLC we can say. So those things come in this particular practice. Maybe I can work like if I say I am working in all these areas, in all these practices. I have knowledge about all these practices, but mainly I'm working in this practice. So why this thing has been done? Because ITIL V3 is not giving the clear-cut picture about all these things. See, even though they added survey desk as a practice, it was the function in the ITIL V3, but now it is a practice. Because there are a lot of companies who are just running the survey desk, nothing else. They know that how to set up the survey desk for a new customer, how to run, how to make SLA, everything they know. So they're running this as a practice. This is what this second and the third pass says. In the ITIL V3 we have 26 ITIL processes, but in the ITIL 4 we have 34 practices. In the ITIL V3 we have these 5 life cycle. But in the ITIL 4 it is not there now. ITIL 4 has these things. 3 categories you can say, or you can say SPC and SVS. ITIL 4 introduce the concepts of value and the outcomes. And also ITIL 4 supporting the DevOps, Lean and Agile as well. See, Agile is there. So Agile will come under this part, software development lifecycle. Agile is coming there. They are promoting the DevOps. DevOps come under this one, deployment management. Lean for your lean you can apply anywhere. Lean is basically way to take out the unnecessary stuff from your processes and optimize your process. This is what the lean meaning here. Okay, so you can go to this book. Go to this link and you will get a lot of things new in this thing. Okay, but don't do any much deep here. It is up to you. If you want to go for the certification, you can go for the ITIL 4 certification as well. It is really good because here they are actually talking about the terms only. Value क्या है और मेरा outcome क्या है, which was not the part of V3. V3 says what to be added in strategy, how to design, how to transition, how to operation, how to improve. This is improvement. Improvement you have to do everywhere. See, for every time you have to be improved. You have to be design and you have to plan. Plan, design, approve. Plan, design, approve. Plan, deliver, support, improve. Plan, build, improve. Plan, do this, approve. This is what the SVS says. Practically, there's a lot of companies saying that we are ITIL 4 compliant, but it's not 100% like this only. Still, there are companies who are moving or using or building the ITIL 4 part. Okay. For us, for what we are going to be discussed tomorrow, basically, or we can start now. Okay, let me see here. Any doubt? Any question till this point?
No.
Arus, Jyoti, Hima.
Nothing other.
No, sir.
So this is what about on the ITIL 4. Now we are going to be discuss 3 major terms. Okay. Let me open that notepad. We are going to be discuss the IPC. It's not Indian Penal Code. It is Incident And with this, I will add request and knowledge and add configuration management as well. OK, but it is just from the process side. We are not going the service now as of now for this thing. OK, so now when I say incident, in short, we call it the INC. What is the meaning of the incident? Anybody? What is the meaning of the incident?
Any event that happened which requires attention.
Ach, okay. What do you think, Hima? What is incident?
Like any disruption or specific incident or record that was happened. So that needs to identify or analyze where it has
Jyoti.
been any interaction.
Hima got the idea. Jyoti.
Any issue is happen, we will raise an incident.
Okay. So now remember one thing. When I said, guys, you are the functional consultants. Okay, and when we enter into ServiceNow domain, the terms we need to be used very carefully. Jyoti says some issue. Arus also say on the similar line, some issue or something is not working. Okay. Events. But events and issue both are the two different things. Why we are putting a lot of things? Because we know a lot of things in our mind. We have a lot of things in our mind. We want to convey the message. Atul, incident matlab some event generated or something like this. But in the layman language, or I can say as per the ITIL or ITSM specifically, incident means any disruption or the downgrading in the services is a incident. Arus has a phone, it's not working now properly. It's working, but it's not working properly. It is an incident. Event is something different. Event can be a trigger point for the incident, but you cannot call that is as an event. Okay, now I'll give you an example, and I know that one of my friend, when I was with the company, he was not in the ITIL background, so I am telling him that what is incident, what is change, what is problem. He still teased me with this example. Atul, your example I still remember. Okay, so now with this example, we try to cover these 6 concepts. Okay, let's say I have a bike. Okay, and every day I use my bike to go to office. Okay, listen, please be attentive and be careful on the words here. Okay, I have a bike and I'm going to office on my bike every day. Day 1, I was going to office and I found that some noise is coming from my bike. Okay, day 1. Okay, okay, no problem. Day 2. I go to mechanic. That was, there is some noise is coming in my bike. Sir, मैं check करता हूँ. Generally, we as a layman we say there is some issue in my bike. Actually, issue is not the right word. That is the reason I am avoiding this word. Issue is not the right word. Practically, if I say something is not working, this is an incident. Okay. So now mechanic says, sir, I got that it is a noise incident is there. Okay. Okay. Person fix something and charge 100 rupees. Okay. Then now day 3. Again noise is coming. I fed up. Come on, yesterday I get it fixed. Now who fixed this? Is a mechanic. In our IT industry, we call them as a fulfiller. Fulfiller is the word we use in the ServiceNow. and the person who connected with you is a service desk agent in the beginning. I am intentionally putting a lot of things here so that your mind should be open now and able to relate with the industry now. Day 3, still facing the same issue. I saw it maybe yesterday it was fixed, something has been there. Let me try another day. Day 4. In same issue. Now day 5, I go to same mechanic. And now see my words has been changed. Hey boss, there is some problem in my bike. I came to you 2 days back, you fixed something, but it is still there. There is a problem in my bike. And we call this in the short is called the PRB. Now what is the definition of the problem? The definition of the problem says where the root cause are unknown and incident occur and occur and occur again. Noise was the incident. It is occurred day 3, day 4. But now when at day 5, I take it to mechanic. I said, boss, there is some problem in my bike. Where I don't know that what was the root cause. So he says, OK, sir, do one thing. Keep it here for the 4 days. Okay. Keep it here for the 4 days. Now, after 4 days, day 10, he called me. Mechanic called me. Sir, I investigated your bike. Means in the 4 days, what he did? He assess investigation and he gets some RCA, root cause. Okay. He called me on the day 10 and says, sir, I got the root cause of your bike. I said, oh, very good, nice. Have you fixed it? No. Why? Now the concept coming as a call the change, we call it CHG. Sir, to make the change to rectify your issue, we need to be spent 5,000 rupees. Acha, why? We need to be change the gearbox wires and some parts. What is the meaning of the change here? Change means when you are introducing something new in the production to fix problem. So now gearbox was already there in that particular bike, but it is not working. He says, sir, I need to be update the gearbox wire. This is what the change meaning here. Now, if I come to the ITIL, change can be normal, can be emergency, and change can be standard. I tell you what is the meaning here. Normal, which I am doing now, that mechanic call me. Sir, 5,000 लगेंगे. अच्छा, टाइम कितना लगेगा भैया? सर 5 days लगेंगे. अच्छा, ठीक है. Emergency means on the day 4, I say, boss, please fix it. सर 1,000 रुपए लगेंगे. अभी 1 घंटे में हो जाएगा. This is what emergency change. Immediate take the approval and fix it. Immediate. This is what emergency. Standard change means सर छोटा मोटा था मैंने ठीक कर दिया बस 50 रुपए लगे आपके. Means no major changes has been done for which I have to be take your approval. This is what the standard change mean here. ठीक है. Now I sit at my house after the call and I calculate this bike is almost now 10 years or 12 years old. If I spend 5,000 rupees, see that this is the way that we are doing in the industry. Okay. If I spend 5,000 rupees, is it worth it or shall I sell out this bike and get a new bike? What you are doing? You are making a decision to approve or reject the change. This is what you are doing. How you are doing? You are checking expenses versus the benefit versus the risk versus other values. If the case is reverse, this bike is only 2 or 3 years old and I have no money as of now to get a new bike, then I will approve it. But it's already 12 years old, 5,000 is too much to be expense. Better I take a new bike. This is your decision. So in the change, there's a term called the CAP. It should be CAAB. Nowadays, the words are getting changed. CAP stands for the Change Authorized Board. But someone says it is a Change Approval Board. And I call it is a CAP, Change Authorized and Approval Board. Let's say I'm a bachelor. I call to my parents. Hey dad, I have a bike, but that mechanic asking for the 10,000 rupees now to fix that bike. We are discussing internally, everybody. This is what we are doing. My dad says, hey, that's fine. Go and get the fixed in, because we have no plan to be get a new bike now. And who will drive or maybe who will take the new bike and do all the things? This is what we are discussing here. CAB. For the normal change, CAB is there. For the emergency change, it is the ECAB, emergency CAB. The standard change, no CAB. No approval is required at all. Now, day 11, I call to that mechanic. Boss, I am happy. Please fix the. It means deploy the change. Okay. Now, to do this part, and to do this part, that person required the knowledge, required the experience. Here, the another ITIL term come into the picture called the knowledge management. In our knowledge management means we call as a KB, or someone called KB, someone called KA or KB. Management, knowledge articles. It has some written documentation that what to do when this thing happen, what to do when this happen. We have a knowledge manager, knowledge contributor, knowledge readers as well. Okay, this is what the concept knowledge management come. But to do all these things, at least to do these things, knowledge management play a vital role. ठीक है अतुल? Now, what is request and what is config? I call to this person on the day 11. This person called me, mechanic called me back day 12. Mechanic to me. Sir, actually there's a gearbox, wires are not with me. I have to get it from the other city. Okay. It means, oh no, he called me and says, sir, the expenses are heavy. Can you transfer 50% payment? This is what the request management come. Okay, this is what the request management come. He's asking for the advance. Request. Incident always get resolved. Request always get fulfilled, and change always get deployed. Remember, these are the easy to be remembered. Never say that request is get resolved. No, request always fulfilled. That person mechanic says, sir, I need advance. He's requesting me something. And if I say, OK, give me a GPay number, I'm transferring to the amount, I'm fulfilling his request. And he's resolving my incident by deploying the change. So this is what the term here. In the ITL, we have a 3 terms here. REQ, request, RITM, requested item, and task. This we will discuss in depth in ServiceNow as well. We have a complete picture that how to define all these things will be there. Now, last is config. Now tell me this mechanic is working on the vehicle or on the bike, on my bike. Atul, of course, he's working on your bike, right? So this bike is become a configuration item for me, which we call as a CI. CI means any component which help you to provide the services to your customers is called the CI. This bike is my CI. Why? Because it helped me to commute from one place to another place. And now I have an issue on my bike. For that, I am raising an incident. So whenever you are raising an incident, the CI must be there. Whenever any problem has been raised, we have a CI. When a change has been raised, we have a CI. But when a request has been raised, it is not required that it has a CI or not. Very clearly. OK, so by this way, so now what happened after on the day 16, mechanic called me and says, sir, thank you. Payment done. Please come. Your bike is ready. I take my bike. I check for the 5 days. No issue. No noise. I come back and say, boss, change deployed successfully. Please close the problem and please resolve the incident as well. And he will add everything in his knowledge base now. He will tell to his fellow mechanics that this was the issue in this bike and we fixed by this particular way. The solution can be applicable for the 2-wheelers, can be applicable for the 4-wheeler as well. They will update the knowledge article with the help of the configuration item. Is what the overview about the incident, change and problem on the major side, and supporting articles, supporting components are request management, knowledge management, and the configuration management. There is a one more term come into the picture that is called the release management. Release means when this mechanic need to fix 10 bikes in a single day and to deliver by tomorrow. This is what we call as a release management. Means multiple changes we are keeping in a one box, in a one container and releasing in the same go. This is what called the release management. We'll not go in the release management because it's not part for the discussions, but intention to tell you guys that how these things work. Incident, problem, change are interrelated and how request, knowledge and config are working together. To do this part, if you're new in the industry, there's a video in my channel, very old video, IPC relationship. You can go and watch that video. It will give you the understanding. Your homework for today specifically, read about these in the ITIL terminologies. That what is the life cycle of incident? What is the life cycle of the problem? What is the life cycle of the change? What is the life cycle of request? When I say life cycle, what are the states like incident, new, in progress, on hold, resolved and closed. Problem, new, assess, investigate or RCA or close. Change, new, assess, authorize, schedule, implement, review and close. Request, open, pending and close. Knowledge, new, publish and retire. Config, new, not new config, basically have an other way. In use, in production, operational, non-operational kind of things, it has been come there. So these are the life cycles for these particular records. You should be very clear on these life cycles because being a functional consultant, our day-to-day work on these bases only, on these terms only. Clear, guys? Or sleeping? Hi, Amber. Welcome back. Arus, Jyoti, Hema, and Amber. Any doubt? Any question?
Yeah, Atul, you said about the ITL reference. The link which you shared, is it from ITL official site?
No, no. I pick up this from the Wikipedia.
Okay.
Wiki in you can get it very easily. Now this is very much important for everybody, guys. Read about this incident management. Read about the problem management. Read about the change enablement. If you go for any interview, okay, be asked on these life cycles for these things. Definitely they can ask. Definitely. Like when I was appearing for the interviews when I was a little early in this ITIL framework. So everybody say, okay, what is incident? What is change? What is problem? How they'll be linked together? How they work together? Who is dependent on which? What will happen if you change anything in incident? Is it impacting on the change or not? What type of changes are there? Life cycle of a changes. So these are the very common, very common. And if you say that I am working in the ITIL or ITSM, these should be on your tips. If someone say in your sleep, okay, tell me the state of the change, you should be able to tell very clearly. This is what it's in my like my blood now. Can you give me the states of the changes? Yes. New, assess, authorize, implement, schedule, review, close, and cancel. Change, sorry, incident, new, in progress, on hold, resolve, close, cancelled. It should be in your tips, and these things come when you are reading that. But so when we are going to the service now interface, I will show you. Then you will be able to see and you will understand that part more. But the purpose of adding this topic, because it was, and again, this is the first time I'm adding this topic in my discussion. Otherwise, I never discuss that part. Okay, the purpose is that so that you can start linking with your day-to-day routines, that what is the meaning of the incident, what is the meaning of the change, what is the meaning of the problem, how they're interrelated, these things. You will find a lot of videos on that part. Maybe let me ping you after this this particular session. Okay, guys, tell me any doubt, any question, any clarification required till this point.
No.
Amber, Hima, Jyoti. Okay, good then. So let me stop the recording now and we'll take a quick attendance. Okay, and we'll pick up the topic tomorrow. Next topic we'll pick up tomorrow. Let me stop the recording here.